Bam, bam. Oh, we are live on every single platform. Oh, we need to do this whole. Hang on, we need to do this whole thing. Alright. I'll just read. I want to read what's on the website in a very official capacity.
Let's see. Time to share on Facebook.
Hello and welcome to stream. My name is Mike and I'm with Travis and we're part of Twitch Pixel Studios, and our whole goal here is to start animations and build up communities around the animators as much as you would normally see the actors and talent involved, and put the animators and creators in the forefront. Twitch Pixel Studios is an indie animation studio founded by Jeff Samina, David Hayter, and Natalie Harvey. We are dedicated to a new type of animation studio that streams live with you as we work on our ideas. We want to build a supportive and collaborative community of fans and artists. We want to show that it's not just the voices behind the characters that matter, but all the people who work together to give them life. We stream simultaneously to YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and here on TwitchPixel.com. So if you choose to your preferred platform, that's totally fine. Just follow us and stay connected. Without further ado, let's draw some shit.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, streaming time.
Strims. Alright. I'm working on something. So,
Yeah.
yes. So in one of my D&D groups, we are playing an evil campaign. And this is the Void. And the Void has no soul. And he often is found to be trying to suck a soul out of thin air, which is this thing. So that's the face he's making in this drawing right now. And I was gonna make kind of like a Star Wars, or like, one of those old box arts, the Indiana Jones ones, or like, Star Wars, where the VHS tape box art was commissioned by this particular artist. Actually, let me look this up.
Oh, we're talking about Drew Struzend? Or wait.
Let's see here. What would I say? Star Wars art, box art, I should say, movie art, artist.
I sometimes get him and Ray.
Yes, Drew Struzan. Yes.
Yeah, it's always like it makes sense because Drew like he draws stuff.
Yeah. Well, he drew stuff.
Yeah.
When he's when he's working on something currently, it's draw.
Right. Like, no, please call me Draw.
I'm draw right now. I'm draw.
Beforehand, he's will draw.
I will draw. I know. I'm draft. This is horrible. Okay. What are we drawing? I don't know. Let's just fucking go. Alright. Where did my pen go? It's right here. Okay. We are Gucky. That's Gucci for the uninitiated. Yeah. Pronounce it wrong.
Fancy.
It's the meme.
Right now, I'm working on boarding out a kind of a. I've been calling it a faux trailer, but I mean, like, if it's a trailer, it's not a faux trailer. If it's actually a trailer, but the footage, it makes you think that like I've already finished it, but it's like, I'm basically making footage that would exist if I had finished it.
If it was finished, it would look like this.
Yeah. So it's me drawing clips from scenes that don't exist yet, and making it look like I edited together a bunch of footage that I have.
Gotta find some. Bring up some ArtStation and get some inspiration in my brains.
Yes.
Show me inspiration, ArtStation. I guess I could work on the self-font. So let's go to elves.
Elves.
Everybody has elves. Not exactly. That's a cool pose. I'm going to look at that, but make it my own. Okay. Like, I agree with all of this.
Yeah.
Now I must disagree with some of this.
It's sort of like earlier when I was doing my warm-ups, I was drawing a drawing that was of Molly in a sad pose, and I was like, I need reference of sad poses. Give me some sad poses.
I need sad. I'm talking
And
sad!
Yeah, and lo and behold, Google was able to provide.
Google's always able to provide some sad. Just
Google's
just
like,
look
we're
up
all about
today's
bad
events.
poses. Part of me is like, right now I'm kind of torn between the ideas of like, should I pursue trying to make this trailer or just like animate the scene that I just finished
I
boarding?
honestly love. Remember the Molly thing that you did with the lights?
Let's see. Oh wait, the lights.
Uh,
Oh
the
yes, yes,
the
yeah,
torches.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thanks.
I love that stuff. I don't know how long that particularly took, but like, I feel like you know how voice reels are, you know,
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
where it's like this collection of characters that one person can do like a display of their talent.
Oh
I
right.
think you
Yes.
could do like a bunch of bits like that, like some highlight bits, right?
Yes.
And it might be easier to do than a full blown trailer, um, and still get the idea across.
That's true. Because I guess like,
Because there's so many instances,
yeah,
right, of like
yeah,
funny
yeah.
shit.
Yes, yes. Now that you mention that, it's funny that your I feel like your argument was against me doing the trailer, but somehow it motivated me to be like, ah, yes, for the trailer.
Oh no, that's
But
fine. Like,
but no, yeah, yeah. But it just made me think like, because there are some little snippets I've planned out in this, and you know, each of them is kind of like a standalone, like another one of the lights things that are all kind of like as standalone shots, fun animation like samples. Like I think I got this one here that I guess yeah is caught up to the stream of like this wizard on a precipice being like darkness is falling and Molly's like being pelted by like rain and thunder and stuff. Um, and you know fun stuff like her like popping around decorating this place and like her doing the like trying to like making the little picture frame with her hands and trying to like gauge a thing
yeah,
stuff. So like a lot of these, I guess are gonna be will be really nice little kind of character samples and stuff. So yeah, that'll be nice.
yeah, I really did like the Molly thing a lot, a lot, a lot. I thought it.
And if I can stream them all into what looks like an edited together clip of a season's worth of content, then
Well,
the
I mean,
yeah,
what I used to
win.
do when like, if I mean, I'm not. I'm assuming like you haven't done a trailer yet before like
No.
yourself. I usually like pull something that's really fucking close to like what I
Mm.
want, and then
Yes.
make it your own, as it were, because we're artists. We do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
um, and it's just about like inserting your content into it, and then you have your base, storyboard of the trailer that you want to see, and then it's just refinement
Mm-hmm.
after that. So like
Yes.
get exactly what you want storyboarded out. I mean, just because you draw a scene that you're not going to use isn't necessarily a waste by any means. It was fun,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're still trying to envision stuff. However, uh, it will the time you spend away from your trailer means it's time spent away from the trailer
Yes.
and the work. The work. And an acting teacher was always like the work, and now I say it all
Work
the
the
time.
process.
The work, the process. She's awesome.
Actors.
Actors, be in the moment. I don't think we earned this moment. How do we earn this moment? Okay. We have our base. Let's see. Do we want his hair to be all freaky? What is the whole style of these guys? I don't even know. I've had this whole story for like 14 years of my life, and I'm just now kind of like I'm visiting my old childhood self. Like, well, that was a cool
Ah.
idea, huh? That was not. I know where that came from. That came
Yeah.
from Dragon Ball. Nice try,
Yeah.
little young me. Um,
Get all the things, make a wish.
um, but I do remember them having feathers for ears, so that'll be fun to fucking experiment with.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. Feathers for ears. Yes. What's the story of the thing that you're working on?
So Zavis is the thing that it's called,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a sci-fi fantasy epic. Um, about it starts off people leaving Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they end up creating a planet. I think Titan AE.
Okay. Oh yes, yes,
Right. Um,
yes.
and throughout the years in space, the thousands of years in space to find the right place, humans evolved for space life and can no longer even set foot on the planet that they created because they'll be crushed by the gravity.
Ah.
So instead, they decide to plant seeds uh, of races that they've designed that embody their. There are three heads of these space now faring creatures. Um, one of law, one of law and science, one of art and nature, and one of military and religion. Um, and they each create their own races in order to determine amongst them whose ideals are the strongest. Uh,
Ah.
and that's the first part. Um, they end up cheating by one of them goes down to actually give technology, space technology, to their side. Um, and then that just opens the whole can of worms for, well, if you're going to help yours, I'm going to help mine. And then by the end, these races are warring each other, and the entire planet is like broken down machinery and shit that's been crafted. And then these beings realize, hey, this isn't solving anything, and we're going to reset. So they kill everything on the planet, disintegrate all of the uh, non-organic and organic life, so it becomes like this big desert of metal, um, from all the old machines. And in this particular story, uh, the theory is that dark matter is the thing that staples a soul to this plane, to your body.
Ooh.
So they didn't account for that. So you have a planet of all of those millions of lives are lost, but they're trapped on that planet, kind of like Final Fantasy Spirit Within, right?
Yeah.
Like the asteroid,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole
Yeah,
planet.
yeah.
So when they started the life back up again, they didn't account for that. But the planet and its ecosystem found ways to release souls. Um,
Hmm.
but some of them are trapped forever in their own hatred, and they roam the desert, and they're called the Eldaru. And
Mm-hmm.
they, I took the idea of how sand can be made into like glass, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
these spirits via magnetics are able to manifest themselves in like a sand shadow of metal
Mm-hmm.
sand that can anything that metal can create, it can create with that metal with magnetics, blades, um,
Ah.
bullets, literally anything. The imagination is the limit. In order to destroy these things or defend people themselves, there are magnetic fences that disrupt these waves, and usually stops these creatures from being able to really do anything. However, there are creatures that maintain their sentience throughout the years and weren't driven insane, and these are my takes on vampires. They, in order to
Ah.
maintain their sanity, they consume other people's dark matter,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which effectively kills them. Uh, and so they don't suck blood; they suck dark matter. So our story actually begins on on the reset, not on the pre-shit, right? So um,
Yes.
we find ourselves with Gal, who is like a great relative of the greatest warrior um, on the planet before the reset, which was his name was Apira, um,
Hmm.
and Apira ended up trying to save the whole planet before they reset it, but was unable to. So Apira's out there too, but Apira is this big gigantic man. Um, he was called the Flying Mountain. There's magic in this place, but it works in rules like you have to say incantations, and also have a physical movement and color involved. But you do that, and you can get like a fireball or something like that.
Hmm.
And each person has an innate nature about them, usually a dual nature. So he had some conflicting elements, which at first, when he was a kid, didn't work very well. Like, if you have wind and fire, you're going to be pretty powerful because you can your elements feed off each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Keep going.
he was earth and wind, which don't really work too well together. But he was called the Flying Mountain because he figured out how to become light as a feather until the moment of impact, and then he hit like a mountain.
Ah.
So, and he could harden his skin. He was the race Gende, and Gende are polymorphs. They study the intricacies of transforming oneself into tools, into animals, things like that. So, what I'm designing is the race Selfon, which is the religious military, and I just haven't. I don't know if I'm going to keep the musculature or not, but we will see. So that's kind of like a really quick breakdown of the story.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. So yeah. So they're trying to. Wait. So what's the main like? Wait. So wait, is the main character the polymorph or a different character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pull up Gal real quick here. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I probably saw you drawing him on one of the
the
previous
guy,
streams. I think.
the guy with the no arm, is
Yes.
Artees, Gal's little brother who gets possessed by a vampire.
Okay.
And Gal was the other guy that had the same color palette.
Right.
I could turn this into an Apira drawing. Yeah, let's try it.
And so what's their goal again? What's he trying to do?
Well, so at first it's like just they're living life, and then slowly, because of the vampire possession, this affects Gal's life personally, and kind of unraveling the mysteries of what's going on. Why does this exist? Like, what was she talking about? That sort of thing. It's a she that possesses him. And she's actually one of the heads that went down there, and she didn't make it back before the reset happened. So she's trying to get back, because technically she's not dead. But she needs a vessel. So Gal gets kind of like caught up in all of this stuff, and then there's still a war going on between the Selfon and the Gende, which the Selfon are the religious and the military, and the Gende are nature. And the Kanar kind of keep to themselves. Those robots that you saw. Those are the emissaries that they send out. No one's ever actually seen what the Kanar actually look like. So it's kind of like unraveling the mysteries of the whole world, kind of like the Shannara, Chronicles of Shannara, where like it seems like it's just elf and mystery, but you find out, like, spoilers, that
it was Earth all along.
it was Earth all along, and it's after us. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. I want to get all that. Gotta figure out all the secrets.
But yeah, so it's a lot. Got to start somewhere, right?
Goes. Yeah. Totally. And are you gonna like try and make it? Are you gonna try to make it like as a pitch thing, or are you gonna try and make
I was gonna keep it kind of
Or,
close to
or just for
breast
fun.
because it's my baby.
Yeah.
Um, so like work on other things like impulse and things like that until I get to a point in my own life to where I can fund that and keep creative control.
Nice.
I always have the hardest time like drawing a face angled down, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like
It's hard.
it's the
Where'd that mouth
Hancock.
go?
It's the Hancock look where like the insanity Hancock look where like if the character tilts this head toward the camera, you know that they're gonna do something demented or fucked up or they've gone insane. But
Yeah.
also it's a great angry look. Dragon Ball Z does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's move mouth up. Come back, baby. Nope. That's a hard no.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of times, unless you like wrap the, I don't know, it's always the mouth that gets me. I'm like, I have to make the mouth wrap around the head, but it's like it's under the nose, and it's often doesn't look quite right.
We'll just turn this into a peer drawing. I think what I wanted for the Sylphon here is I wanted them to be more elegant like elves. So
Oh yeah.
we will change that. But I want to continue this drawing elsewhere. So Pierre's looking good. I always draw a Pierre with no, like he's like the big brute guy, so he's got like no actual
Yeah.
irises. All of his
Oh yeah.
expressions are kind of in his eye size. You know what I mean? So,
Oh right, yeah. Wait, so is it kind of like a Deadpool Spider-Man kind of thing, or is it like?
yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You'll see here. Right now, it kind of looks like Solid Snake. Whoop, whoop. We'll get to the refinement process. And change his look.
Trying to make sure I at least hint at some kind of background in some of these shots.
There's background, I promise.
It'll be there. It's just not very interesting. Or at least
I mean,
not
your
yet.
backgrounds are killer, man. I don't do any. And fucking
Thanks.
all.
It's, yeah, I very rarely do them. So when I do actually sit down and do them, I like try to make sure they are good. But yeah, a lot of times I feel like particularly with my comic series, North of the Unknown, that like I was always either it's like, what'll it be today? A brick background or some like sedimentary rock background?
What
It's
a
gonna be
choice.
one or the other. It's never
What are we
any
having
both.
today? Ramen or rice? Mm.
Yeah. Well, I know for a show like Dungeon Flippers, backgrounds are incredibly important. If not, maybe more so than most shows, because it's all
It's
about
about
like
the houses.
yeah, it's about the houses. So it's like the importance of like continuity of like, oh, we're gonna add X, Y, and Z to the place, and like if it doesn't show up in the backgrounds, I'll catch it. I'll realize it's like, oh no, they're supposed to have Corinthian columns There aren't any Corinthian columns. What's
Matter of
going
fact,
on?
there's no columns. There's no columns at all. This is all just white space.
Well, I know, like, I'd like to have an episode where she has to work on renovating like, a non-Euclidean type of like dungeon where it's like
Yeah.
all weird and doesn't make any sense to like the laws of physics. Some
Oh,
weird like
yeah.
Castlevania type stuff.
Well, that or like Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, get that MC Escher room going.
Yeah. Might as well. I mean, almost like a nod.
Oh yeah, totally. Like that would be great.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Which layer did I have this drawing
Why do I have 8 more new layers that I don't need?
on? All
How
these
did this
layers.
happen? Layers!
Why didn't I label them?
Just screaming instead of con. It's layers!
Yeah.
Bring the pecs up. Delete, 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 delete. There we go. Nope, even go. Let's do it right there.
Eric Arg. Good
Yarr!
afternoon. Hey. How you doing today? We don't have Jeff and Nat with us today. Just the two of us.
They went to the Nether Realm. They will be back. They just lost a duel. Or Shadow Realm. Sorry, Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm. How dare I?
I'll send you to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. I lost card game? No! I'm worthless! I'm a worthless human being. I should die. And forever sit in darkness in the soul. Like, if you actually think about the concept of, like, how overreaction that whole show was, it's pretty great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cards, dude. Settle, Kaiba. Blue eyes, white dragon! Blue eyes!
He's devoted his entire like giant company.
And you got Joey with the New York. Hey, Yugi!
I put a bunch of monsters in my deck, and now I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable,
What?
Yukes.
Wait a minute. What do you need? Other things than just monsters?
What are these other cards? These purple border cards? I don't understand. The fuck is a trap card?
I remember a lot of Joey's duels always ended up having to, like, it always came down to, I'm gonna spin this magic wheel, and 50-50 chance I win or you lose. And it's like, Joey, why didn't you have a
Joey,
card
there's
that's
more to
of a
this.
sure
There's
bet?
strategy. No, there's not. There's only luck.
Yeah, 50-50 chance. What's
There's
it
only
gonna
luck
be?
and Red Eyes Dragon. Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's it.
That's...
You don't believe in Red Eyes? You're dead to me. I saw this. I can't ever
Go
find
ahead.
this old little Tumblr post, but someone drew this like Yugi like broke his leg, and Joey comes in. He's like, "I got this, Yugs," and just throws a Red Eyes at his leg.
Nice. Ooh, let's see. Eric Arg says, "I am well. I watched them drive by on the highway. Waved at them like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Let's see. But not really, though. They did pass by within 2 kilometers of my house. Not.
And they
now,
didn't
draw
stop
you...
to say hello?
Oh, 2K is a little ways. But
just-
nice. I bet you were waving in spirit, sensing that their vehicle neared, or as near as that they would approach, and you sent them good vibes. As I often do when I sense a high power level approaching.
It's over 9,000.
Yep, Jeff and Nat are on their way. don't on the internet. I don't know how much personal information about other people I should be saying.
Whoops.
This is the address that they're going to be at.
And I also just happen to have their social security numbers. They, I mean, whoops, they are not 555.
Gotta get these hands working.
Catch these hands.
Like sometimes I can be fine with a hand being subpar, but I'm like, these ones, the way they were not. I wasn't feeling these. One of those things I can't tell if I'm typecasting. I don't know, something with drawing the character in the same couple poses a lot, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's their thing. It's not a crutch.
I mean, didn't we talk about the whole, like, you can't really do a side view of a lot of characters, otherwise it's like,
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I mean,
my belief has not been suspended. Or my disbelief, I should say. You know what I meant. Don't do as I say, do as I don't say. Sure.
It seems like I'm always drawing Cleveland either like arms grabbing his like lapels like some kind of backwoods country lawyer, or like hand in his pocket, like it's like always one or the other. Much like my backgrounds in my comic. What's it gonna be? Hand in the pocket or grabbing his lapels?
That's his own safety, you know. That's sort of safe space.
It's his little power poses.
Yeah.
He's a very accomplished real estate salesman, and you have to know
he
when
practices
to like.
in the mirror all the time.
Yeah, you have to get in these confident poses. He is small in stature, but large in charisma and I guess knowledge of however this world's real estate rules work.
You better ask him.
Yeah. I've done a little bit. I've done a little bit of research, but at some point, it's one of those things like I like to make sure that I got some people I know who know about real estate, but it's like also one of those things I'm like I'm mostly drawing a lot from HGTV as far as a lot of the ins and outs. Knowing a little more about real estate would probably help add a little bit of flavor, but I guess fortunately since it's in a completely different world,
pseudoscience your way through.
A little bit. I mean, yes.
You see, the flux capacitor, blah blah blah, taxes, mortgages. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know, squatters' rights. Yeah, and like banks. Question mark. I don't know. I can make some of my own rules, but I may have to look up some of the things when I start getting into the nitty gritty. Same time though, I don't know. A lot of shows like House Hunters and Fixer Upper and stuff, they don't ever get too big into like, well, someone else owns this place and you can't get the rights unless we like X, Y, Z, and the bank's got to approve all these things.
The bank. Let's go with this. Nope. Okay.
I did spend a year working data entry at a multiple listing service, and which is kind of like a database for realtors and such. And I ended up making them being like an Illuminati cult in this world.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, they're this mysterious group of people who like, you know, keep track of like this giant catalog of all the like dungeons and listings in the entire realm. and you have to like I don't know agree to all their terms if you want to get access to it.
Is
Them and
it
the
run by
realtors
the
are always
Lich?
like butting heads. Yeah, yeah.
Is it the Lich guy?
What was that?
Is it run by the Lich?
Oh no no no! They're a bunch of like I don't know. They wear like shrouds over their face, and they all like have these kind of strange. It's very cultish.
Very, very Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, like Organization 13. But if they were interested in like land rights and such.
Land rights.
Trying to make sure I don't just have one pose or one drawing bee for the whole shot. It's like give them something to move into.
Hands go from waist.
Yeah, it's like yeah, give them a start and end pose. And some of that'll just be improvising whenever I get into the moment, but good to have some idea of what the heck I'm doing.
Just some idea, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit of hint, an inkling.
Am I gonna raw dog it?
No raw dogs to be had.
There's a meme. Just a dog in a cheerleader outfit, and it's going raw. Good stuff. Good stuff. Should go look at that. Okay.
Another thing I like having Cleveland do a lot is like the whole like turning your head whenever you're like saying something, being like what, like turns head around, or I guess like facing someone with the opposite side of your face mid sentence for emphasis.
Have like a boss that's an owl, and they keep trying to have eye contact, but the owl keeps spinning
They
its
keep
head all the way
spinning
around.
their That'd be good.
There we go.
I see your boy's got a ribbon around his bicep. Make sure he doesn't forget.
Yeah.
The thing he was supposed to remember.
Yeah. It's more of a. Let's see. Remember the magic that I talked about? It's a color band that allows him to.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
What does that color do?
It allows him to, with that arm, make it like a shield,
Oh, neat.
like a big rock shield. Big old rock shield. It kind of looks more like volcanic rock.
Oh, nice, all like molten and stuff.
Yeah, and
cracks.
spiky. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that look a lot. See how that look? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. All right. Let's bring his nose up just a little bit more. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I still got more coffee over here.
That's no bueno.
Ha ha ha.
Finish the coffee. Finish
Yeah.
it. Dun. Coughality?
I ended up getting this coffee at Kroger because it was very cheap. But it's called the Nantucket blend, and I was like, ah, yes. And then I'm like, wait a minute, they don't make do they make coffee in like, I guess in New England? I don't know. I was just like, ah, yes, the coffee fields of Cape Cod.
Nantucket.
Wait a minute. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's more like they saw a way to capitalize on that. Hey, Nantucket doesn't have its own coffee blend. Well,
Well, just you wait.
we'll fix that.
Nantucket, home of crude poetry,
That
or at least the subject of crude poetry.
the subject. Gotcha. Where'd you learn that from?
I don't know.
Or is that just a bold claim?
Everyone always starts that poem about the
There
man
once
from
was
Nantucket.
a man from Nantucket who all but would say just. Let's be a bit more exaggerative with the muscles. Yeah.
As much as I'm chiding Cleveland for grabbing his lapels, makes me think about like whenever I wear suspenders, it's hard not to just be like constantly.
Well, that's where you put your thumbs.
Yeah, it's like just having your hands up there on your suspenders, being like,
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then
how?
Yeah. Get a piece of straw in your teeth and in your mouth and hold on to your suspenders. Ooh, sounds like a bracing action for something.
Try it out without the lines. Yes, we need to illustrate. Turn. Just more. Ooh. Whoops. Try that again. Hey, come here. Come here, line segment. No, I don't wanna. The whole line or nothing at all. Whoop.
about to raise raise Cleveland's hands up, and this looks like he's about to, like, I don't know, show off what he's got under his shirt. He's don't want to see. Well, like underneath this jacket. Like, let's raise those up a little.
I'll have to catch up to stream on like what you're doing.
Was just him being in that, like, giving that look in his arms. I don't know, he's revealing a little too much of his undershirt. Raise those up.
So what's? Show me the. Okay. All I can see, I'm trying to see it past. Have you considered real estate?
Oh yeah, I guess that's the line that's on there. Yeah, it's underneath underneath the
I
words.
see it. I see it. I was like,
Yeah.
you were. I couldn't see the yellow where it's showing the line that you're actually drawing or the movement that you're doing. So it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like you were drawing considered the real estate, and I was about to say, Travis, you're really good at drawing font.
Oh no, I wish. It was terrible handwriting.
It's hilarious. Isn't that hilarious? Usually it's just like horrible handwriting, and everyone's like, "Your art is so amazing." You know, never see my. Don't look at my signature.
Yeah, what this is like, let me sign that for you, and it's like a squiggle, squiggle, squiggle.
This is just an X. Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's my X.
That'll do. That's fine.
Ultimo. Okay. Moving. So we got movement. There.
Like another subconscious reason I got that Nantucket coffee was like I had started listening to the audiobook of Moby Dick like a month or so ago. Haven't finished it because it's very boring. But been listening
It's
to a
a
lot of that.
man's
And there's-
descent.
Yeah, he's a man possessed. But like one thing about Moby Dick that they don't tell you about, I don't know whoever told me anything about it aside from cartoons, I guess, is that Herman Melville, the writer, basically just takes books of whales, like verbatim lists like the whole like Wikipedia article about whales, and then just sews it into the like. We're gonna stop the story and tell you literally everything the encyclopedia says about whales, and I'm just like, oh god, I don't.
You see
care enough
whales.
about whales.
Oh, he's going at it again, Marcia.
He's talking about
Whales.
Do you want to know about every different species and what makes them different? I'm like, maybe it's slightly, but not as much as you're gonna tell me about it.
No. Well, back in the day, there was no Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's like I guess I props to him for living in an age where he can and still like get together a bunch of information.
It's an educational.
Although I think there are parts where he just starts making stuff up though.
You see, whales like macaroni and cheese.
Like macaroni and cheese, they breathe fire and they're fish. I'm like, wait a minute.
But only when they eat
They're not
macaroni and
fish.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's my boy. He's coming along.
Yeah, nice. Got them plates covering his hips and legs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yas.
Yas.
Yas. Okay, now I have to grab the color palette from Gal because he also has the same color palette.
Ha
Family.
ha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I need to get back into it, but I started watching Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, which has been good, but I fell off. I need to get back into it, but just like I can tell they're from the same family because they all have checkerboard pattern kimonos.
You have the same clothes, so you must be family.
Yeah.
Alright, now to color. Well, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with his fucking hands. I was gonna have him holding something, but he fights barehanded, so.
Oh yeah. Unless he's holding some guy's skull, or like
Something.
two halves of a person, one in each hand.
I ripped him in half. It's like the thing that he does. Is like, I was gonna go negotiate, but then I ripped him in half. And then everyone's like so bored with it because they know the story, so they kind of mumble along. And he ripped him in half.
Then he starts doing complicated fractions. 3/4 of a man came to me and I ripped him in half, giving me. Okay, I don't have enough smarts of math to actually.
I ran out of the bit.
Yep.
Abort bit.
This bit involves math. I need to escape.
The eject abort button. The bit. Abort. Quick, talk about whales.
Did you know Herman Melville considers a dolphin to be a very small whale? Which I guess, I don't know.
I mean, you're not 100% wrong. Right. Except for the parts where you are. What am I having him doing? I don't know. I don't know what angle to draw the fist at or the hand at. If I don't know what is he holding? Is he holding anything? I don't know. Just drop that down. Big old fist. Big old fist.
Big old mittens.
Big old meat wads. Meat wad? Not you. Okay. I'm over here with the shorties. It probably looks really stupid. Let's see.
Or the hands, or?
Yeah. Let me see here.
I mean, from this distance.
Wait.
Seems like
Let's try to like change the angle. I might just be over. I might just be. I mean, kind of.
I'll have to amend my statement from be like, was it a week ago? I don't know, about that One Piece rule about nobody dying in the present time. There's probably some. Maybe it's just the main characters don't kill anybody. Kind of. They put One Piece on Netflix yesterday, so I had it all like the first couple episodes on, and so there's some people who die in that. There's like the bad guy, the like guy with like an axe for an arm, like just like haphazardly kills this guy for like fumbling with a rope, and I'm like, hey, that person died. They say in dialogue, hey, you just killed that guy, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's some moitering happening in this anime.
I was muted. I said, that escalated quickly with the death. Like, hey, he's messing with the rope. Kill him! Oh!
Yeah, yeah. How do we make sure that we know that this is a bad guy? It's like he kills his own subordinates for minor problems.
Instead of firing them like the current one we have. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see here. Nope. Trying to get that just a little bit of exaggeration in form, but not like crazy. We'll see if that kind of looks better. Yeah, totally does. Okay. And we can do like the whole like raw hand, the gnarly hands. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll do like one of these things. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see, block it out. So it's gonna be kind of like here. Hmm. We'll copy paste. We'll copy paste just a
Copy paste.
copy paste. Does whatever copy paste does. Da-na-na, na-na-na. Look out, here comes copy paste. Copy paste. Do you remember the sweet, sweet taste of copy paste? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
There is a place in the Hidden Valley where we make nothing but copy paste.
Copy paste.
Comes in a bottle.
It's like coffee paste, but it's
Yeah. Need to stick all your copy machines together? Use copy paste.
need a bad bit? See my Contravis.
Yep. We'll send you down a rabbit hole
Of bullshit
of
for 5 hours.
confusing and pointless jokes? Question mark.
Did you like our content?
Hey, Eric Arg, both drawings are looking awesome. Sorry,
you.
pieces of art. Thank you, Eric.
Pieces. I'm insulted. Don't make
Yeah.
drawings. Eric Art. There you go.
Yeah, these pieces of art are looking rather nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good on this.
If I do say so myself.
Yes, yes, go on.
It's art.
That'd be a great like intro to like Bad Robot, or like what's the one that does arg.
Let's see. Wait, what?
There's a studio that the thing at the end of their shows are always like arg.
Oh. Oh, right. I'm not sure. It does sound familiar though.
But it sounded like that.
I forget if it's always, you see very few of them these days if you're watching on Netflix and it skips past the credits. I think it wasn't like BoJack Horseman's at the end. It was like, I can't remember what it was. It was like something versus something.
I didn't know that. I haven't even. I don't think I've even seen that one.
Let me check. I must think it was like, my mind is saying Zombie versus Raptor, but that could be wrong.
It's the end of the world. Zombie versus Rapture. Rapture Farms.
I don't even know what I'd search for this. Because if I search BoJack Horseman ending, it's just gonna be like an endless stream of so many other things.
I'll pull up BoJack Horseman later and be like, oh, that's what. Yeah, okay, so I see.
It may have not even been. It may be a different show. I'm pretty sure it was BoJack. Because I always feel like it's. I finished a season of it, and then like the emotional ending, and then like the credits would roll all the way through, and then it would be like, burp, burp, burp. I'm like, oh, what the heck is this? Has this been playing at the end of
Wow,
every episode?
these feelings lost momentum real fast. It's like someone just like booped you when you were crying because your dad died. Like, boop. Boop. It's horrible.
Because if it's what I'm thinking it is, it's like a crude drawing on like a line art, like a line, like a colored rule piece, or which may have just been like a blank piece of crumpled up paper, like crudely drawn with pen.
That's
And
hilarious.
they just like tilt it back and forth to be like, "Ner, ner, 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 ner." And I'm like, okay.
Is that what is that? That's what you. Everyone in the room said yes. That's perfect. Okay.
Perfect. This will represent our company.
What the hell? I just hit like eyedropper and it didn't do it, and then I unselected and I hit myself.
Oh,
I just
no.
went through and like selected all my little lines is. Because I'm doing that thing where like the outline is the color of the thing that it's like a dark
Oh, yeah.
shade of the whatever it is. Yes. Eels.
No.
It's like the posh communities, like they say instead of yes, it's ears. It's ears. Eels. Eels. Hey, it worked. Okay, that one too. And also that one. That one didn't select. It's 'cause of that. Okay. Yep. We're getting there, boys. And then all we have to do is color fill, which wouldn't be hard. It's a little hard because I don't like finish my strokes. So with Illustrator, it's like, is this a shape? I don't know. You are red. Oh, I didn't need to turn that on. Let's do Cool. Coolio.
Julio?
Cool Leo. Leo is cool.
Oh.
Okay, and then yeah, so hair's next. Did that even? That's brown. Okay. Oh, and these ears. Yeah. And then rings in the back, and then color. Getting ready for coloring.
Ready for color.
Coloring. Almost done. Not that one.
All them chest hairs.
Yeah, he's a beast.
They're bristled and ready to fight.
He actually fights with his chest hair. It's super effective. Ew!
You try to punch him in the chest, and the chest hair just grabs the fist. Like, you're not getting away.
What? What?
But you could escape.
Just he laughs with his chest. Ha ha ha.
That's
It does
that
not
deserves
seem
to be a
animated. It
that
doesn't.
yeah, let's see, that deserves to be like a Bobobo villain or
Oh my
something.
god, I thought Bobobo too when you said it.
Yeah.
I was expecting Bobobo to be like, he's grabbing my nose hair with his chest hair.
It's a regular bad. Looks like a bad hair day for
Oh
Bobo.
no! Oh my god, that show, man.
That's the whole show.
That whole thing. Oh my god.
uh, I think I was like maybe like 14 or 15 when that show was on, and as a 14 or 15-year-old, I loved it to death.
Yes, it
It
was as
spoke to me
random
on a very
as
deep
you-
and personal level.
I was inspired.
Yes, one could say it made me the man I am today.
Oh no! Oh no! Cool. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the pants round. I'm trying to come up with something cool. I don't want to. I don't want to finish the pants. Parachute pants. Still need to work on these arms, though. I'm not satisfied with them. Damn it.
Sometimes my direction arrows that I draw, I feel are fairly redundant. But that's fine. It makes it look like a more official storyboard when I do it. It's like, if you didn't notice, when her hands were down and then they go up, they go
They
up.
go up.
That's the up arrows. It's like, I could probably figure that out.
Yeah, huh?
Isn't that wild? Ooh, let's see. Eric R. Gentlemen, I must depart. Going to see my parents for the first time in months. See y'all next
Aw,
weekend.
yeah, thanks for
bye
coming out,
bye,
dude.
Eric. It was good. Good of you coming in. Enjoy seeing your parents.
Enjoy seeing your parents.
Have a good time.
Be careful. There's a coronavirus outbreak.
What if I do that? And then that. Well, we can. We just have to fix a few things. We just have to illustrate that some is on the other side. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Yes, and then get rid of all these extra lines, okay. And we'll have to bring it in. Actually, maybe I drew them too small. For what I'm going for. Let's try and make it a bit bigger. Try and make it a bit bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
that works. That works. Alright.
That's not a knife.
It's a knife. I like it better now. I like it better now.
Yeah.
I like it better now.
Ah, nice. And them big ol' arms. Stop looking at me with them big ol' arms.
Big ol' arms. Yarms.
Here's me arms.
Me arms. Is he a cat? Me arms.
The pirate cat.
Shiver me whiskers. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm pulling this. Okay. New layer. Let's get that all sorted. Nice. Real nice. real lazy with the coloring because we just covered up with layers. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times I end up just doing like a monochromatic color scheme or something where it's just like, what's one good color? Yes, let's just use that.
That's it.
That and maybe all different shades of that one. That'll be fine.
I mean, that would work. Like point out the main character and just like the picture of Yugi.
Yeah. Lord. I'm trying to think of the, yeah, there's okay, yeah. But I was trying to think if there's been as absurd a main character design as Yugi, predating that. I'm like, oh wait, there's been plenty.
There's
but like,
plenty.
there's plenty. Yeah, I would say I think there's some like even back in the 80s and 70s of like having the absurd hair that anime is known for.
I
But
wonder if
Yugi's in particular.
do you think JoJo
It's
started
so-
that trend too, or no?
I think there's some even earlier than that. Like I even think about things like I don't know. Well, I guess Captain Harlock has brown hair, but there's some
Did
ones
the
in
same
there.
guy that did Captain Harlock do Cyborg 0009 or 009?
Surprisingly, no. But I mean, they all kind of hung out and probably help each other out with stuff.
Because like the art is so similar.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
The guy who did 009 is also the guy who did like, of course it wasn't animated, but it's a Kamen Rider.
Oh
and,
shit! Okay.
Yeah. Kikaider.
They keep trying to make those into animes.
Yeah.
Why isn't this working?
And-
I don't know. Why don't you
Yeah,
see soap
and-
opera animes?
Yeah. And then reversely, I think I've tried to watch some of the newer Super Sentai shows because I'm like, I like the idea of it, but then like I watch it and I feel like they're just doing anime shtick and live action, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
There's something is missing here. Ah, reality.
It's like doing your like I don't know over the top takes and like
Oh.
kind of the same
Oh.
kind of like.
I mean, Power Rangers did
timing.
that.
That's true.
Was it deep and dramatic and no, but they did it. Rangers. Ay ay ay.
Rita Repulsa being freed from her prison on the moon.
Not a good place to keep someone. Once if they get out, you're kind of like, well, unless we have $500 million to send a shuttle after that shit. She's kind of got us cornered here, guys.
I know whenever I get to it, getting the hang of, because Molly's got those goat legs, like a satyr, and I know whenever I actually have to get around
You
and
did
making
that
her walk, it's gonna
to
be
yourself.
yeah, it's like making her walk could end up being an issue. We'll see.
Once you figure it out, though, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and there are times when she'll sit like a person does, or does
You just
things
like
that'll-
cleverly make it so that the entire season you never actually see her walk with her legs.
always from the waist
Yep.
up, just hopping up and down.
There's even a joke to it where like she's about to walk and then she looks at the camera and like brings it up. She's like, you don't want to see this. Fourth wall breaks.
Like sometimes with some shows, characters just don't walk very much. I can't think of any offhand, but I'm pretty sure there are. There's some.
There's gotta be. Now I'm kind of like gonna always be paying attention to that and be like, "Hey, I found one!"
Yeah, there's one. Nobody's walking. For some reason, there's a go-to thought a go-to show that I often think about, which I can't even remember the name of it now. It was a little kids show about jungle animals, but they're jungle animal cars, kind of. It's like if you imagine a jungle with a roads, like levitated roads circling through the jungle, and all the animal characters don't walk on legs; they just have four wheels. And I'm like, problem averted. They just wheel around everywhere. I forgot the name of it.
What
It was some like Disney Junior show where they just zoom around.
Yeah, okay, so it doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah. It was like
Like at all.
early.
I was like, well, what's the
Yeah.
story here? Is it like Dr. Giro's Island where like they're all like being experimented on and they were once
I have
people?
put wheels on all of these tigers.
I've
They called
combined
me
you
mad.
with part tiger and part car.
Yes, the ultimate vehicle. Made with an animal. It's horsepower with an actual horse.
Oh god.
The ultimate vehicle is imbued with living animal power. You will become the new man van.
Oh no. My man cycle still needs work, but the van? I'm proud of the van. My cat is sneezing behind me, and it's so cute. Cool. We getting there.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look too hot until I start adding like the color, and then it kind of all comes together.
So hot right now.
A color is so in right now. Yas. Yas. Bitch got it. Snaps. Did you say snaps or snops? Snaps. Bit of both. No.
I think part of the if I can manage to get her walking right, I'm thinking it may actually end up looking really fun if I think a walk cycle is probably going to be difficult, but I mean the idea of her because I feel like that satyr leg setup almost inclines you to making quick sprightly movements, like kind of a prance.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and thus having this 7 foot tall, very top heavy,
Very elegant.
prancy kind of almost like a jump with the legs wheeling around and then landing again would be pretty
Don't go
fun.
too ridiculous there where she does
Yeah.
the Irish kickflip but doesn't really even change her demeanor at all. It's just part of the thing that I do.
Yeah. It's kind of this prancing motions, which I guess will work well when it's doing musical numbers. Oh, what a scenario I put myself into.
You did it. There's no harm like self-harm.
How can I make this harder for myself? The bit I'm drawing right now is like a kind of like Molly popping around to like kind of add some little touches to this like doorway area, but she's like throwing bones and stuff. It's like, look at the bones.
She's just like so excited
Yeah.
about the bones.
Throw some bones around, like
There's like something horribly wrong with it, and then she just kind of pauses, doesn't say anything for a sec. Look at the bone! I need to work on some of my line smoothing, I guess, because this thing had a heart attack. Finish it up. Okay, base layer of colors done. Wait, wait, almost done. I spoke too soon. I need to do his strap.
Yes.
No, actually, remember right. This was supposed to be black, so. Stop it. Just do what I want you to do. Dag nabbit. There we go. There she blows.
There she blows. The main character of Moby Dick is so unusual is because he's like this very judgy schoolmaster who likes going out on boats. And he's like, oh boy, I can't wait to go whaling this time. I'm sure it'll be great. And then, like, his first day of actually, like, hunting whales, he immediately writes his own will, because he's like, uh-oh, this is kind of intense. He's very melodramatic and very judgy.
So judgy. I think there's a lot of judging gonna go on in your animation. Like, but it's mainly going to be by the audience. And what is she doing? I like how the way her tail is positioned. She'll almost like, does she ever like give herself back massages?
Ooh, I bet she could.
Oh my
just
God.
like scratch her own back with her scorpion tail.
Just like nonchalantly too, while she's just discussing. Like,
she has to think about something. And like,
she's scratching her head with it.
There's some good potential there.
It's good stuff. Real good stuff. Yeah, I gotta fix those hands. Perspective arms, man. Either you get it fucking right on or not at all.
Yeah. I think I've heard some arguments that it's like it's because we see our own hands so often that we like are particularly like, that's not right. That hand's not right.
I wonder. That's
So
interesting. No,
intrinsically
that's something to
great.
think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Huh.
Kind of like how I never like seeing pictures of my face from any angle but the front because I never see that side of my own face. I'm like, who's
What
that?
the fuck? You just like print off like this paper polygon mask that's just your front face, but like it's just all the way around.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Someone's honking outside. I'm gonna be a snoop and see what's going on.
What's that? Huh? Are they bringing down the statue? Oh.
It's just the UPS man,
Lame.
I think.
No incident. Aw.
Thinking about what you said earlier about with your story, the you're talking about like all the metal being kind of taken up by the sand and stuff. My mind went to, do you know about the devil's corkscrews?
No. Corpse screws?
Yes, the devil's corkscrews. They're pretty fun.
Are they like a natural formation or something? Oh wow!
Yeah. Like it turns out they're just fossilized like gopher holes, but to be out like
They're
in
from the
American,
devil.
yeah, to be like passing through the like Great Basin or wherever, and then just seeing these giant like stone spirals sticking out of the ground, and being like, "What the heck are
That's
these?"
fucking gross. I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, it's like they do seem like super strange.
You know what?
To just
What's crazy though is
have-
like looking at how close to the gopher hole the screw is. Like it's almost machine made, and how
Yeah.
some of these are so symmetrical.
Yeah, they're really like perfectly spaced.
Yeah.
A lot of them, and just like I don't know what kind of animals. Like, yes, it must be perfectly like a tight spinning motion
See, well,
down deeper
we
into the
all
ground.
know about the human Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's like this.
This is
gopher
Gofardo.
with a big
Guffinci.
beard and like, yeah. I will be the gopher that learns to fly with the machines. I will do all the paintings. And...
One day I will
my-
be discovered. Long after my time, and I will be living on.
I was like, I don't know why my Italian accent is so close to
I was
like,
thinking Swedish too.
Yeah.
You have to go all balls deeper with the Italian.
There we go.
Swedish is just lazy Italian. Farfiknuten. Oh, sorry, Swedish people. It's okay. We know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's. I need to design Siftenai, so let's do that.
Hmm.
She is a Selphon priestess. One of the major things that happens in her life is
Mm.
religion is kind of like the key thing in
Mm.
their culture. It's it's like the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I really wanted to get across, like the message, and it's like this preacher has been embezzling money from the church and stealing from people and lying to them, and this guy comes before the congregation and brings proof to him, and undeniable proof, right? And so the priest walks back into like the foyer, like behind, like up on stage, like the offices where like they close the door and like there's a bunch of offices back there, and he like looks at everyone. He's like, this is fine, and he's like very calm, but there's just something wrong with his demeanor. And so then he goes back out into the congregation and is able to convince them using faith-based arguments that this accuser has manipulated all of them and that sort of thing. And then he further convinces them to kill him in like a mass homicide.
Huh.
And he walks, and Siftenai has been like working there for so long, so like he walks back, and he's like, the oh god dang it, what was the, I wrote it down and I haven't had any sleep. Oh, you know the thing about blind faith? It's blind. As they're like ripping this guy to shreds, and so she leaves. Which she has to like escape from it. So
yes.
yeah, so that's something that happens.
Nice.
I will be right back.
Gargoyles are such a strange concept in that, like, they're put on, like, cathedrals as, like, demons to scare away other demons. I just think it's weird that, like, these, like, clergymen being like, what we should put in front of our church? The things that we don't like. Ah, I see. Oh, hey, it's Mom. How are you doing? Bob Ross narrative. Ooh, I could probably do that. But let's see. Oh yeah, I guess for though the it's just Mike and I today doing our art stream today. Jeff and Nat are in the busy and moving to a new but not so new place. Um, but yeah, Bob Ross narrative. I could totally do that. Let's see. Right now I'm in the middle of drawing this kind of dungeon door, very spooky. Um, and I just finished the door, so I'm going to add some happy little stones, kind of a stone archway around the door, just a few little rocks here, kind of act as the framework for the door. Keep that door going where it needs to be. Just some happy little stones. And then we'll add some kind of a loose brickwork on the side here, just some happy little bricks, kind of weird shapes to give it more of a kind of spooky ambiance. Oh yeah, the moving, they're actually well, I'm making sure I don't give too much personal information, but they're going to move to Jeff's parents' place. Because they're leaving the hustle and bustle of the kind of Vancouver area to stay with his folks for the time being, save up a little money, and you know, be close to his family and stuff. That sounds nice. The stones do look like the head's arms. It's kind of like, yeah. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. Maybe for like a cleaned up the final version of this to have like some skeleton arm bones, like big ones, the scale of the head that were kind of like, I don't know, looked like it was you're entering into like the body of this creature or something. It'd be spooky. Add a little bit of lines here on the floor to make it look like a floor. And we're getting somewhere. Let's see, get rid of this under sketch. And now we're getting something. Molly is on this layer. I'm gonna put a little bit of a outline around her to make her stand out from the background. Got these bones that she's throwing. Need to, let's see. Need to have this sculpture not looking quite right. I'll make it. Can't even design cards on a computer because the stuff won't go where I want it to go. I mean, sometimes those card programs can be kind of tricky to mess around with. Like, they make it hard to alter too much. But I don't know, like once you just enough practice and stuff, you kind of start getting the hang of things. I still hit walls now and then of like trying to do something and not wanting to do right. So it's just the way it goes sometimes. Copy this background over a few different frames. Let's see. Oh yeah, Word. Yeah, because I feel like Word's usually used mostly for text, as you know. I feel like it always kind of, yeah, it doesn't has a harder time with images, or at least like because it still has to fit within the picture within the lines and everything. Whereas a lot more like art-based programs, you can move and stretch pictures around wherever because it doesn't have to worry about putting the words around it. I guess reversely, like trying to do any kind of words in a lot of art programs gets tricky. Like I have these text boxes for a lot of the dialogue in the scenes I'm working on, and you know I try to copy and paste and be as methodical as I can with with these word boxes because they'll start jumping around because they're not it doesn't have those lines to stick to like it does in Word. Oh, good. You can hear me better. Yeah, I think the I I think a lot of it is I have this fan like right next to my microphone, and then go figure. I think the fan may have been affecting the sound, so I'm doing that without the fan today. So I'm thinking that's probably doing it. Granted, I guess Mike's in the bathroom or something like that, so maybe once you hear him, he may sound even better. Let's see. The program is MCA. I guess yes and no. I think I've learned some stuff with Toon Boom, particularly at MCA. I guess now that I think about it, you actually got me. I think it was Toon Boom Studio for Christmas. Maybe like a couple years before I went to art school, where I learned some of the basics. Oh, Mike's back.
Hello.
Hello. We got Mom on the chat.
Hello, Mom.
And so we've been chatting it up. But yeah, then like Photoshop, I used before I went to school. I guess it kind of gave me a advantage. I don't know. It's but you know, I think I learned most of the stuff I learned just through trial and error and maybe watching some like tutorial videos. I say that I learned some stuff in art school.
All your art teachers like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like, let's teach you how to make a layer in Photoshop, and I'm like, I know what it is. You push the little button that makes the layer, and I'm like, well, that's 1 week's worth of.
All right, come back, come back later. You have the week off.
Oh, Mike says, or Mike, Mom says hi.
Hi.
Hi, yeah.
Big boy up here. Okay.
Time to do Siftenai. Okay.
We got Mike drawing some characters.
Characters.
Doing them,
Really
doing
weird
them
characters
like
to
he
okay
did.
characters. All right. Okay, starting anew. Oof. Gotta figure out a pose. Oh, I need to look at inspiration. So sorry, people. You have to look at a white screen for just a sec. I need to kind of like, kind of feel it a little bit here.
What kind of pose are gonna go for?
Well, she's actually a very strong person, so power pose, and she uses a lance.
Ooh.
So I'm just looking here on ArtStation at like elf drawings and like, because as I said, I need something slender, because they have like, they're like very bird-like in there, very regal, I should say.
Mom says, "Nice job, Mike." I guess she's referring to your most recent, the one you had been finishing up on.
No, she's actually referring to the white sheet sarcastically.
If you have a good enough artist statement, you can sell a blank canvas. It represents the emptiness that I feel.
It's just like audio recordings over a white screen.
It's like it's worth $1 million.
$1 million.
I'll be back in just a minute.
We'll be back after these messages.
Wait, let's see. Mom says, "Yeah, that's it." No, I am not that clever. Your character's my dear.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll go with kind of like a pose like that. We'll actually just fuck around with the face for now. Let's do that. I don't even know what she fucking looks like. Pardon my language. Okay, so I got a circle. They're very bird-like people, just in their features. So let's keep it in the bird zone, which is like big head, small protrusion unless it's a beak. And then when the feathers come out like that, like that, and like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. Actually, I got an idea. Like they're almost little wings themselves. So there we go. Alright. cheekbone, cheekbone. We could do like up here. It's like where the hair begins. So her eyebrows are right here.
Let's see. Mom says, "Do you have the character worked out already? Are you just working on the pose?"
Oh, me? No, I have no character work done for this character except for something I drew when I was 14. So,
Ha ha ha.
we go in.
That's a good point. Yeah. So is it just the concept, or have you figured? Do you have an image in your mind about how you want, like, I don't know, their robes or?
So not really in
anything?
terms of like their culture. I've mostly always been focused on like my main characters. I kind of suffer from that,
Mhm.
where like I
Oh yeah.
I don't have attention to detail in terms of like I'm fascinated with like my own ideas, so I don't flesh it out
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
should. So
I know what you mean. Yeah, like a lot of times, like I'm super into like the main character or like some of the things, and then like I often don't do my due diligence of fleshing out all the other minor characters or world building stuff sometimes. The my mental auto spell checker autocorrect mom says the mind of the artist. Oh wait, I get it now.
what mind?
She spelled artist capital R Teest.
Yeah, artiste.
Yes, artiste. Oh, I get it. Ah, yeah. You filled in the blanks.
Are you sure it's not my
Okay.
mom? No, just
you, you understand my mom better than I do.
I learned it from having a mom. Let's see, delete that. Get that out of the way. We don't need these guidelines anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be like a really clean face. I feel like a lot of emphasis on sloping, but we need it to be. Yeah, there we go. That less and even less. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. We'll get rid of the ears for now because I just want to focus on the face.
Mom says, "Well, it took God a week to flesh out his character, so it sounds like you guys are on track."
Oh no, he's still working on his characters. The work never stopped. He just took a break on Sunday. I'm gonna delete that. D. Okay. Get rid of all the extra lines here. There we go. Lots of economy and line in this face. Because it's got to be so, like, regal looking. Let's do this. Oh.
this
like
pose, not looking too stiff.
it's
Instead of having her zhuzh this gargoyle, have her kind of being kind of that like back arched, kind of hand out. Well, I was about to say like a selfie kind of pose, but you kind of do that too sometimes when you're like trying to finagle something.
let me see what you got here. Hang on. Ah, when you're just trying to like touch it while you talk.
Yeah, and you're like, really adjust this here, get that. Maybe even more so. Let's see.
Let's choose a face. Yay! Play with all the faces. I like this face shape. I like some of this. I don't like other stuff. So let's delete the eyes in total and play with the eye structure. Yay!
Oh yeah, nice.
Very hawk-like, you know what I mean? Like very
Yeah.
birdie.
Birdie.
Birdie, bird.
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 Birdie. Oh yeah, I ended up having a whole Seinfeld monologue, and then I realized that you were
Gone?
gone. Yeah.
No!
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Leah calling. Gotta go. Bye bye, mom.
See ya.
But I was talking about. I was like, what's the deal with gargoyles?
Oh, gargoyles.
Because there are gargoyles in this spot right now, but like talking about like how strange gargoyles are as a concept, that they're like outside of Gothic churches as like demons to keep other demons away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, we should
It's
put
kind
in
of
that church.
kind of
The things we, yeah.
you know, reverse of what you'd think they'd
Yeah,
want guarding
yeah.
a church.
Yeah.
Did someone feed
It's
the
just
demons
like-
today?
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, we should put on our church the things we don't like.
The things we preach against. It's almost like we're hypocrites. Not every church. But there are a lot. I like the intenseness of these eyes. I'm gonna follow that. Let's follow.
Oh yeah.
Let's follow that. See if like one eye is covered. Let's see. Just to cover that. Okay. Okay, girl. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm hearing you knocking. Let's see this shit. Alright, delete that. Okay, cool. I have no idea what kind of headdress I'm making, but let's go with it. I like it. I like where it's going.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah. Let's give her a nice braid. Because she's the love interest.
Ha ha ha.
Of at least one of the characters. Not just the love interest for every character.
Everybody loves her.
Interesting. I'll leave it there for now. Kind of looks like Cammy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I can see that from Street
Yep.
Fighter. Yeah, I can see that. Or I mean, I guess when you have like a beret and you're very serious.
And you're a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not blonde though.
Well, there you go. That'll.
That's it.
that'll set her
That's all I
apart.
needed. All right. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when. Oh, I need to draw the rest of those braids because I didn't copy it over right. Oh well. Okay. So let's just take this. Whoops. That. Copy. When you hit Control C and Control V so fast, it doesn't register the Control V.
No, yeah.
There we go. yes on the eyes.
Ooh, nice.
I like them.
And a
They
big
remind me of
ol'-
Griffith.
Ah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
And what if we just do like a bandana? Not very fantasy like though. Too farm girl. Hey. Okay, okay. Let's roll with that some more. And what about
I just need to have her laying out this rug. Everybody needs a welcome mat.
everybody?
Everyone.
Everybody. Everybody in the club. Let's try a different hairline. I do like the roundness, but what if it's like... That's interesting. To Mega Man. Maybe.
There's gonna be a part, I think, or with this trailer, like I'm gonna do like a lot of the exposition and kind of like what the show is about, kind of try to show that there's gonna be some drama too with some like dramatic moments, but then kind of snapping out of that into the like big kind of big cool ending. I want to have this joke, which is I guess is kind of the same joke that I mentioned before with the adventure party coming in, but this is them like this adventuring party coming into their office being like, "Big on foul beast," and then like them all like kind of sitting in the office and being like, "Oh cool, everybody, lunch is here." Like, like it's like the lunch order has arrived, but it's these adventurers.
Yeah, it's the actual lunch.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's a good pun for like Eat Street, but like
Oh yeah, or like Uber Eats.
yeah,
or
but
yeah,
like you know
yeah.
what I mean, like
Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun.
there's like what was it?
Ooh.
There's dungeon crawlers, right?
Oh yeah, like you could do like a pub crawls, but like with dungeons.
Yeah, you know, so like so that or like let's see, what else when you
Ooh.
traverse a dungeon? Dungeoneers. Like what's
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
what is the pun? There's a pun here. There's a pun here
There,
that's
there's something there.
hilarious.
We got this.
I'm gonna be on that for the last hour of the show because I wanna
Yeah,
find
yeah,
it.
it's
I wanna find it because it's gonna be
Dungeoneer,
so good.
Well, I know, like, me holding suddenly becoming an advertisement. There's the great manga Delicious and Dungeon that I think the feed will catch up with me holding this manga up. But it's like part dungeon crawling adventure, part cooking show.
Huh.
But like very highly recommend. But I don't know. So like I don't know, dungeon, dine in dungeon.
Ooh,
Something.
there's something there. Dungeon dine in.
Something there. Getting close.
Because there's a party.
In general, writing down dungeon diner.
Yeah, so
question mark.
it's like they're a party of explorers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's party plate.
Ooh, a party platter.
Party
Party
platter.
platter.
They call them a party
Party
platter
platter's here.
because there's just oh
This is-
my god. Someone order the party platter.
Yes.
They're so oblivious that they're about to be eaten.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, I gotta write that down.
Stick with me, kid. I'll bring you the good puns. All the fucking faces.
So many faces.
So many faces, so little time. Who ordered the party platter? Let's try it with upgrades. Getting too stapled to one hairstyle. Keep that in there. But I do like the coming from behind the ears thing. So like, what if it's like, what if we go more? I got an idea. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? I can copy paste. I mean, that's cheating. It's not
How
full.
dare
It's
he.
not full drawing.
They're cutting corners.
I always imagine Turner
let's
being
make-
black too. So
Oh yeah.
I get to I don't like it's so cool to play with the shapes.
Mm. Here we go. A pentagram.
Maybe.
That's what you need for a rug.
I bet you. It's a great rug and it functions as summoning demons for you.
Yeah.
Let's see, we'll
It's
delete.
like a welcome mat. It's just like poof. Who has summoned me?
Damn it! It's just the Roomba.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I wonder if anyone's done a thing with like a possessed Roomba cleaning in pentagram shapes and like making demonic noises.
A Doomba?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not sorry.
The Doomba.
Okay, whoop, cancel. How do we feel about that? I like this direction. Oops. But no hair in front. Oh yeah. That's intense. I like that.
Yes.
Let's try facial expressions. Beepity bop. Boop bop badaloo bop. Yeah. Alarm, alarm. Alarm, alarm. Okay. Yay!
Nice.
Go.
Now draw some kind of old magician man.
Oh,
Monster. I guess he's probably still gonna be some kind of monster, but he is a old, bearded, wizardy
Maybe
dude.
the scary part is like you don't know what he is, but he's like human looking, but you're like,
Yeah, it's like he could just be an incredibly like so old that he doesn't seem like a humanoid thing anymore. But yeah.
I like the way that Yu Yu Hakusho did a lot of how they handled a lot of demons and things like that.
Oh yeah. Got, like ogres doing paperwork.
Reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Remember the two Hell guys?
Yeah, the home for infinite losers.
That, and then also Yu Yu Hakusho with the what was that? He had one horn. He was a blue guy, and he was always in the office.
Oh yeah, his name was George.
Oh yeah,
The
because he
dog.
he names him in like the first like 3 or
I
4
think
episodes.
for a while they just calls him like ogre, but after a while it's like.
He gave me a
But
name.
George wants to go too. So silly.
funny. Whoever like cast the voice for the Jin, the Irish.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Urameshi, let's have some fun. Ooh, hi. Urameshi.
I feel like they definitely had a lot of fun making that dub.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, this thing. There's so many like catty responses and kind of like them playing on like the characters and like funny ways.
Urameshi. Oh my god.
I think there was a part. It was in the Genkai tournament when Yusuke had figured out in the final round who the demon was. That it was the little monk guy, actually a big demon. And there's a part where he's like bound up and about to be thrown into a pit full of giant killer fish.
Yeah.
And he's like, his inner monologue as all this is happening, Yusuke is
I'm
like,
not going like this.
He's like, Yusuke Urameshi. He was 14 years old and he was a spirit detective and lived this amazing life until he got eaten by a freaking fish. It's just like, so silly, so fun.
Kuwabara! Urameshi! He's just so, I wish I could do his voice because he's so obnoxious. It's great. Kuwabara is fucking great.
I think like all my friends didn't like him when I was a teen or whatever.
What?
And like, I know it was because he's not cool. He's like, you know, he's.
I mean,
like,
but he kind of is.
He is actually the coolest though.
He's got a fucking dimension sword.
Yes, his sword can cut through dimensional barriers. But like also like, cause like all my friends were like, Hiei and Kurama are like the coolest. Like they just, and like rewatching the show again, I'm like, they never have any like conflict. They're just like, oh, it's a demon, slice, and now he's defeated. And I'm like, where's the drama? Where's the stakes?
Where's the drama? Where's the outrage?
Yeah.
The one thing I would have skipped all the time was like, I love the Sensui arc except for like the in between. No, the end's fine. Like it was actually cool because it was something it made like kind of made sense, but also was unexpected and non-tropey. Because he did die. He died.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which is not stereotypical of a lot of any stories, right? You don't just kill your main character, but they were like, oh, he dying. But then you watch like Hunter x Hunter, and it's like, oh, of course he was gonna like die because like Gon, fucking that moment when he goes berserk is like, wow, this took a turn for like really dark.
Yes, I love that part.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think I've heard like someone on YouTube call it like the reverse Super Saiyan, because it's like
it's the same feeling but inverted.
Yeah, it's like instead of where Goku powers up and gets golden hair, and it's like, yeah, he's doing it. He's tapping.
You're like, no, don't.
Yeah, it's like, no, this is Gon at his lowest point, drawing on all of the hatred he's felt, and it's a terrible thing, and you should feel sad.
And then they stopped it right when it was going to get to, like, we built all of these characters up to go out into the real world, and we're going to stop that anime twice there.
Yeah, it's wild. Have you read any of the manga that goes past where the anime left off?
No, because I keep hearing of the hiatus, and I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah. I watched Berserk, and I followed that up, so I had my. I don't blame him. I had my fair share of like hiatus.
I guess that's true. It does kind of give you a sweet, delicious taste, and then knowing that you can't get any more.
Yeah.
Because the arc, like because he starts a new arc, and it's really interesting. Like it's got a lot of good stuff going for it, and then it just kind of stops. And I'm like, oh.
I know about the one cool thing was the fight between Chrono and Hisoka. Yeah, and how Hisoka survived
they have a
it.
real big fight. Yeah.
And you see Hisoka lose, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, he gets his face blown off.
Dude, his whole body is blown up. And he
Yeah.
died. The only reason he's back up is because he used his gum to, like, hold his heart together and beat it again when it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, he died. That dude died.
Yeah. Because I think like a lot of the where it kind of left off was essentially kind of like Game of Thrones on a boat, and also there are stands
Oh, no.
where it's like there are like 14 princes who are of different ages and genders, are all vying for or just in line for this throne, and they're on a boat, and they have to basically kill all each other on the boat ride.
Is
And
Gone there?
Krapaca's
Or,
there.
whose story is it, basically?
It's a Karapika story. Like one of the princes has the eyes of his people,
Ah.
and he's invested. But he has to be bodyguard for one of the princes who's an infant, and all of the princes have been given, unknowing to them, a Nen beast, which is like
A stand.
a typically, yeah, a stand, and they're all very scary, like eldritch horror looking creatures, and you can only see them if you have Nen training. So most of them, like, people are dying around the princes, and they're like, I don't know what's
killing
going
him?
on. Yeah, and it's like it's because you have this horrible, horrifying thing floating around you.
Are they guardians or are they curses?
They're like they're guarding the princes basically, but a lot of them seem indiscriminate on who they attack. Like the babies one is like this weird like insect swarm creatures that like will like kill you real fast.
How do we feel about this out of all the HUDs? Because I inked it and I like it.
Ooh, looking fierce. That's pretty good. Got that cool
Very
tiara
bird-like,
kind
yeah.
of headband. Yeah.
Alright, let's color. Let's have
Nice.
some fun. We want definitely like green or blue eyes. Definitely. So let's do that first. Let's grab that. And arrange these back.
Having a hard time not making this wizard look like some kind of Adventure Time character.
Oh my god! No, but that's perfect. It reminds me kind of like of Vigar.
My God, let me look that up. What was that from?
League of Legends.
Guess I don't know too much about it.
It doesn't
Oh,
look
look,
too
this
much
guy.
like him, but you'll see what I mean when you see it.
Yeah, yeah. Ah.
V-I-G-A-R or V-I-E-G-A-R?
You see this guy has got like a... Yeah, a Vigar. Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, this guy's pretty cool. Ooh.
I kind of like though that the
Yeah.
beard is part of the face, like almost it's like a spirit,
Yeah, it's kind of like...
because it's a ghost.
Yeah.
If you actually just look at the face and the ears, you drew a
Oh,
ghost.
yeah, it does. Just- hold on a second, I want to like select all the things that aren't the beard and the face and turn it into a ghost. Let's see this part too, and then... Yeah, it's a ghost.
I'm waiting.
I'll wait for this to... Ooh. We'll catch up here in a sec.
Here comes.
There it
here
is.
comes.
Oh, I kind of dig that now.
Oh
yeah.
my god, what if you animate it like it's a ghost? His face is just a ghost, right? And then he has the
Yes,
rest of his
yes.
body, but like the face like also does its own animations when he's
Ooh, that'd be
talking.
fun. Yeah, he can like just become just the ghost head. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, making shit is so fun. Time consuming, so fun.
Yes.
I see. I need to. That can't be. It's just gonna be like that. Ooh, I like that. like it. I like it a lot. We'll need to turn these into gray lines because we're gonna make the hair black. Bleak. So grayer. Oop. Definitely feeling gold on that. Okay. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Unselect. Now do the color swatching.
Mhm.
Alright. I'm feeling green eyes.
Yes, definitely capturing a mood in Molly's expression here.
I feel like that on a daily.
This old wizard man's like yelling on top of this mountain while like rain and thunder is just like pelting.
Hey.
an error I've been consistently making that I'll need to fix. Uh, I guess going forward is I keep putting the what a what a fool I've been. I've been putting the button on Molly's blazer on the wrong side.
Oh no, dude! Have you ever noticed
Which
like
one?
those character concept things, or like you see the character concepts and then you see the animation and the whole thing's flipped?
Oh
And,
right,
and
yeah.
is it because is it because they forget?
I know, right? Yeah, like I know, like with some of the shows I've worked on, that's always like it's been a thing that we have to like. Hey, we noticed that it's wrong the entire episode. We need to like flip flop, and it's like, oh god, dang it.
Oh man. Oh man, that's gotta be terrifying.
Yeah, so sometimes it's just like I just slide the button on the other side of the seam. No one will notice. But I know, like in this
Hello,
case
we
with Molly,
noticed.
like she has the. Yeah, it's like oh yeah, and it's like I keep forgetting to yeah. It's like women's blazers, the buttons on one side, and men's blazers, it's on the other side.
Who made that ridiculous rule?
I don't know. There's weird subtle differences.
Well, those are the same people that says like, "Hey, if you wear an earring on this side, you're gay." Like, come on, man,
Oh,
it's
right, yeah.
2020.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's also the same way with the thing on pants, the little like part that goes the pattern in front of the zipper, the direction that the bottom triangulates
Hmm.
is based on like male or female. I think I've
Well,
heard.
that makes a bit of sense because like anatomy.
I guess, but I mean, it's just like it's which side the
Oh, which okay.
angle.
Well, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I see. Got ourselves in a bit of a predicament here. Okay. Okay. Alright, we'll put it underneath and then we'll fix that. It's there. And then move this to a new layer. And then move you up. Boop.
Yep.
There we go. Ooh, it's probably gotta be red. Yeah. Yep. That's a red boy. Could be a real red boy.
I'm surprised I've yet to face anyone be like, "Have you seen Onward yet?"
Onward. Oh yeah.
Onward. Yeah, yeah. I still need to see it, but it's also like I am aware that there is a manticore in it.
Yes, there is.
I hear she is a pivotal part in the story. But I'm also like,
All of that.
manticores. Having a manticore character is my thing. I need to see it at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like many things that I need to watch, it's like I want to make a nice event out of it, and then I just never commit to
Doing it.
sitting down and having a good time watching something.
I have too much stuff to do. So much to do, so little time. Fix this line work up over here. Okay, cool. I think we got a good base. Okay. Compare that to Gal's phase. Let's just grab it. Yeah, same style. Okay, cool. We Gucci.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I got that side by side.
Yep. Whew. It is hot in this room. I'll tell you that. Whew.
Yeah, I think I've made the I've done the right choice of wearing summer clothes while not having my fan turned on and having this light in my face. That's definitely the way to go
Yeah,
moving forward.
that's what I was like. I was like, oh man, I don't want you to have to turn it off when you took it off the table. I'm like, no, 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 I'm not gonna do that to you.
It's been fine. Usually keep the AC at a nice temperature. And by nice temperature, I mean I usually do keep the thermostat set to 69 degrees.
Hmm. At a cool 69. Yeah, I keep it at 70.
Mm-hmm. When I was in Canada, nobody had air conditioning. Or at least the two places that, well, the first place I lived at, the guy just didn't like using the AC, so he never used it. He had this whole system about like adjusting the blinds and opening the windows at certain times of the day to get a cross breeze going. As I sat in the summer as the country was burning down and with fires and such, just being like, it sure is hot in here. And then Jeff's place just didn't have AC built in.
Oh no.
No, they had like one of the little personal units that they put up in the window. But I guess I was there at Jeff's. I lived with Jeff in the fall and winter time, so I didn't complain too much about the heat. But oh boy, that summer with no air conditioning.
Oh god. I remember I was living like I had air conditioning in the house, but none in my car. And
Oh.
it was fucking 107, 114. Got all the way up to like feels like 119. I'm like, this is what kills people. This is killed people.
Yeah, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Ooh-wee.
Let's delete that on there. I didn't really need that side by side.
Yeah, it makes me think of like there have been times when I've been ambitious in trying to do the like One Punch Man training routine, which usually I'm like I ain't jogging 10 kilometers a day, but I often think about like, oh yeah, one of the things with his workout routine is that you can't use AC or like in the summer.
No.
Or like heat in the winter. It's like, nope.
Not
Cannot do.
a fan, my dude. Get it? Not a fan.
I get it now. Now I get it.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha, ha, ha. dang, it's already 5:45.
Yeah, dude.
Or, it's quarter to our third hour.
It's been that fast.
That's how it goes.
When you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun!
Woo.
Okay. Nope. Alright. Mm-hmm.
Trying to draw this character. I think I've drawn her like once ever. I need to get used to drawing her. Karen, the broker of the
There was a
firm.
network error.
Network error.
Oh. When did that happen? Says
We haven't been offline this whole time.
no, not at all. It's showing up on.
Okay.
It might be Twitch. Everything says it's online.
Very well.
Let me refresh our Twitch and just see if it was like my browser. Oh, it was just my browser.
Oh, okay.
Word.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I haven't. I say that like I haven't been actually been watching the stream this whole time. Has it not been working? I say, so I look at you from the screen that's streaming. What have I been looking at?
My imagination's too intense. Oh yeah, and then take a little darker shade here. Oh, nope. Not what I wanted to do. Here. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh. The tummy rumbling. Oh no. Oh no. Let's fix this too. Nope. That is not fixing it. That is in fact making it worse. talk to my lines.
Yay.
Yay, talking to lines.
Line.
Line talking. Buttered toast man.
Man.
Update available for Illustrator.
Oh boy,
Oh.
you better get it.
Oh boy!
Think of all the features you'll get. All the problems that'll be fixed.
As they add more. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Whew. I gotta close some of these files. I'm sure my computer's like, yo, these are big. Can you like close them? Thanks. Each one of these is like 40 inches.
Jay Grindle says, "Hello, friends."
Hello!
Friends.
You're coming in like
Hello.
7 minutes till we're done.
We'll,
Glad you made
we'll
it!
make sure it's. Yeah, we'll make sure to keep drawing until we can't draw anymore.
Here you go.
Just for you.
Just for you. Okay. Let's continue on with the body idea.
Yeah, I made it. I was napping. Ah, yes, a good Saturday nap.
Yeah, Saturday nap. Woo-hoo.
Sometimes it's the best. I know, like,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
it's
it
probably
right
my
after
favorite thing.
stream.
My favorite thing about the weekend is sleeping in.
It should be allowed all the time. Alright.
I guess for those also, just I guess because we haven't like done any. For those just
Oh,
joining
no.
us, Jeff and Nat are out this week doing a big movement of sorts, and we have been. Mike and I have been drawing some cool concepts and characters and
Holding down the
joking
fort.
about all manners of things.
And all
and-
manners of inappropriate things.
We've
We've been joking with and without manners.
Like we do.
Okay. I don't know if I like this. That's too much. Is it too much?
the drawing I made of this character, which has been kind of the basis for like all of the reference art I've made of this character, has all been based on the one drawing I did inside of a Mellow Mushroom pizza place. I was sitting there with my
Fun fact.
iPad and just being like, I need another pint of beer and more za. As I draw this
And more za.
more za while I like draw this Karen dragon. Whose name is Karen
Oh
because
my god.
jokes.
Can you do something with like one of its horns, or like one of the spikes
that
on its
hairstyle.
back, and then put it like the hairstyle like over the
Oh,
eye?
that'd be fun. I'm gonna just for the fun. I'm gonna since we're almost done today, give her like a Karen haircut.
Oh my god. I'm just watching at this point.
Something kind of like that. I guess you have to erase the parts that. Let me get rid of this real quick so we can have a. I want to keep the horns.
Yeah, they need to peek out from the
Yeah.
hive.
There we go.
Oh no.
Although I guess with this red color, it looks like a clown wig, but she wants to speak to the manager. Yes.
Oh my god.
Very good.
Ah, that was worth it.
Yes.
Oh shit. Wrong thing. No, go back. No. Okay, cool. Let's do some sketching because I need to draw the rest of the body. She's just a head.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. I guess yeah. Figure out how the rest goes. Yeah.
Let's just do the body first. The body.
More teeth. More teeth.
More teeth?
More teeth. Yes. Give this dragon lots of sharp teeth.
I think. Yeah, we got less than 60 seconds. So
Yeah, about that time. So.
it's about that time. Thank you all for coming in and watching us draw and make horrible puns and jokes that you will be scarred for life for the rest. Again, we are Twitch Pixel Studios, founded by Jeff Salmon and David Hayter and Natalie Harvey. I'm Michael Murphy, and this is Travis Fowler, and we're all part of Twitch Pixel Studios, and you can go to twitchpixel.com to find out all information about us. Join our Discord. Feel free to be part of the community. Share some drawings of your own, and we'll catch you on next Saturday. Take care.
Yep. We'll see you then. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.